Happy Saturday, everyone. Welcome to another live stream with Bossk. Today, I thought we'd do something a little different. We've got a few figures here from Hasbro from the original Clone Wars, the animated series. I thought we'd take a look at these, unbox them, play with them a little bit, and talk about them. So you can see here on deck, we've got three figures that have been released: the ARC Trooper, General Grievous, and Mace Windu. Now, you'll have to forgive me. I am normal hands today, not my Bossk arms. They are running up in age, and I'm trying to be a little bit more careful with them and use them only for recordings, so I don't have to go and purchase more. So you're getting to see my hands. Hi, these are my natural hands before the transformation into Bossk. So anyways, I thought we'd get into these today. If you haven't actually seen the original animated Clone Wars, this started back in 2003 with the Genndy, I'm going to mess this name up, Genndy Tartakovsky version of the Clone Wars. Now, even though I've butchered the name, the history behind it is this is the person that did Samurai Jack. So the animation style is very, very similar. Very easy to tell if you watch both series that they are animated by the same team of animators. Very stylistic compared to the CGI version of the Clone Wars that we got. A lot more colorful as well. As you can probably tell from the one here in the center, General Grievous, who is normally a bit more tannish, silverish than this guy. This one is very, very colorful, being blue and white. Again, we have the different version of Mace Windu here with his Jedi Order armor. Again, very different in the animated version versus the CGI version of these. So, with that being said, let's open some toys. I think maybe first we should start with, let's move these guys out of here. And we'll start with the ARC Trooper. Now, flipping over to the back, the information is actually the same on the back of all three. I mean, different characters on the back, of course, but the information here is the same. This one's got some smuts. It says, the Clone Wars are brought to life in a unique animation style that captures the drama of this epic period. Jedi warriors lead clone troopers into a battle against the evil Separatist forces. And then, of course, they have it in various different languages. The other nice thing is along the bottom here, you have the timeline of all the movies and, of course, the Clone Wars series, Star Wars Rebels, Rogue One, etc. Just a very nice detail celebrating the 50th anniversary of Lucasfilms. Very neat. All right, let's get into this bad boy. I'm trying to be a little bit careful. And you're getting to see a little bit behind the scenes of what I normally do with the Bossk hands here, is I'll start to separate it for Bossk with my regular hands. And then we put on the Bossk gloves. And then Bossk comes in. And now that it's been weakened a little bit, I can take and grip it pretty well. You see the detail here on the inside with the explosions in the background. Really nice, really, really colorful. Don't normally see this on the card backs. Again, this version of the Clone Wars is just so colorful overall. It's nice to see them carry that through into the packaging. All right. May have to switch back over to human arms for the rest of this. Yeah, I think we're going to have to switch back to human arms. All right. All right, let's pull this guy out. Again, we get the really colorful packaging here. Side. Instructions, nobody needs those. Sorry, Instagram, I'm trying to figure out where to put you. My phone is just not wanting to cooperate with any of the places. All right, there we go. That's a little bit better. Get a light right here that can be nothing like real life, real time adjustments, right? Oops. It's not working. Oh, actually. That works just fine. Okay, sorry about the delay. All right, let's tear into this guy. You can see he's already in a pretty dynamic pose. I like that they already have both of his guns inserted in him. Let's go ahead and pop this guy out. All right. Nice. All right, already he's feeling pretty good. I'm not getting a ton of stiffness in the joints here, which is good considering he's been in a pose for so long. All right, let's see. Oh, this is nice. This is like rubbery material. Maybe vinyl? Feels, yeah, it's probably vinyl actually. But this is nice. This gives you a little bit more movement or a range of movement since those can bend out of the way. You'll see what I mean. Yeah, look at that. A lot of flexibility in those joints. Yep. Knees are nice. Foot feels a little stiff. It is not a ball joint. It's just a back and forth. The knee has a ball joint as well as a back and forth. And the leg has rotation as well as back and forth in and out, which is nice. Looks like it's the same. Is it the same for the shoulders? No, that's the limit on the height. That's a little disappointing. But, woo, guns out. Party time. Excellent. You move? Oh, you do move. Nice. What about the head? Oh, that's interesting. There's it might be hard to pick up on camera, but there's a painted figurehead right up inside there. Interesting. Backpack is not removable. And the shoulder paladins are stiffer than this material, but it's more flexible than the hard plastic. And this is all one piece right here. So, but can you stand? Yes, you can. Let's try a few quick poses with him. I always like to try to get him in a little bit of a crouch at first, just to give him an idea of balance. Yeah, it's a little easier to do when the feet, there we go, when the feet have ball joints. But, ta-da! Let's take a look at the weapons. We've got a couple of, we've got a rifle and a really nice scoped rifle. That's cool. Those are both really cool pieces. Looks like your guns can easily go into these holsters. That's nice. Let's get you to hold. Oh man, this is a huge freaking gun. Also, that scope looks like it should go on top, but maybe that's just me being nitpicky. Hey, Captain Kelly, Desert Collector. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Playing with some Clone War toys today. Finally decided to unbox my ARC Trooper, trying out some different poses with this weapon. And I've got Mace Windu and General Grievous over here as well. But so far, this guy's looking pretty nice. I do wish there was a place to put this one, but other than that, pretty good looking. All right, let's move on. And let's go with the bad guy. Let's open up General Grievous. All right, again, this is the more colorful version of General Grievous. Again, from the 2003 Clone Wars version. I love this blue and white, though. It is very, very classic. Also, this version of Grievous, I felt, it was scarier, much scarier than either version that we got in the movies or in the later Clone Wars. Well, I take that back about the later CGI Clone Wars, but definitely this one seemed so vicious. Literally scared of this one. Let's get this guy open. Now I can tell without getting into it, this is just a repaint. I've seen a few other collectors unbox this one, so don't expect too much as far as like redesigns. Oh, I'm gonna rip the card. All right, that's fine. But new color, a new cape, and I think they've updated the lightsaber colors as well. So let's toss the waste. I like these dynamic poses they're putting them in, though. The ARC Trooper had a really good pose with both of his weapons drawn. Again, Grievous here in a nice pose. Both lightsabers, although not in his hands, but still, good pose, good pose. Pull these out. And just take a quick look at these. Yeah, they're a lot brighter than the other General Grievous lightsabers. I don't think I have the other Black Series version nearby. I think he's out in storage, but pretty sure they're not as clear and not as bright. Again, pretty generic hilts. They're just silver. There's no paint detail on this. Yeah, we've seen these hilts lots of times. Oh, they do come off. That's nice. So we can pull these off and probably store them in his cape if his cape is like the other Black Series figure. But let's get to the main figure here. Let's pull out Grievous. Oh no, we lost a leg. Oh no. That's okay. Let's pop you back on. Man, that came off easier than it's going back on. Thanks, Hasbro. Oh crap, I'm gonna bend this trying to get it on. Wow, that is really not going in there. Oh, yeah, here we go. Quality control from Hasbro again. If you can see that, this leg was not drilled out all the way. And I'll have to go back and check my recording, but I'm wondering if it was even attached. Oh, Hasbro! All right, we're going to do this peg leg style. We're going to call him just the pirate version of General Grievous, and I will get my tool set out later and see if I can't drill that out. Man, it's been a while since I've seen one like that. I wonder if that's just a mold problem or what. But that being said, the leg does bend pretty nicely in the knee joint. That foot looks different than the other version of General Grievous. I should have brought him out for this, but let's take a look at this cape. Whoo, that is a cheap cape. Yeah, I know it was white in the series, but the other Black Series cape that we got, well, very thick, was much, much nicer, had more detail. We even had the pockets in here for the lightsabers. We do not have that this time. That being said, it does drape nice. You know, if I could get him to stand. Oh man, of course that would happen on the live stream. Wowzers. Let's look at his arms real quick. They are the same splitting arms we saw on the Black Series version, which, you know, they do their job. They're double hinged at the shoulder. Not a ball joint though, just up and down. There is, that is tight. There is a joint right there, if you can see it, but ooh, that is stiff. Not going to get much movement out of that. Let's get this cape off. I feel like I'm dissecting him. All right, now let's see if these go back together any better than the other version of Grievous. It's one of my main problems with his arms. They're so hard to get them to go back together. Nope, same kind of flimsy slot mechanism where they're supposed to click together right there. And right there at the wrist. But yeah, I don't want to, although that is tighter than it was. Nope, there it goes. Well, all right, I hate to say this, but I think, oh man, that is, oh, look at this. This tip right here. Look at that. The plastic is just so thin right there. This one's not like that. This one's stiffer, but right here, that's like the end of a toothpick. All right, General Grievous is a bust. It's a thumbs down. I would not recommend, do not recommend this one. If you can find the original Black Series Grievous and it isn't outrageously expensive, that one's not a terrible figure to have. I mean, it is this figure. It is this figure, but with the more traditional paint job and with the better cape. Yeah, this is Hasbro garbage. And I hate that because I like this version of Grievous so much. All right. Let's check out Mace Windu. Surely, Mace Windu, they did not mess up. Now, I do know there's some new sculpture features on this one. Obviously, he's got his Jedi armor, and they've changed up the forearms on this one. It's pretty much the same body from the Mace Windu that we got a few years ago, but with an updated head sculpt. They're doing the 3D head printing now, which is pretty freaking cool. If you haven't seen, I think they announced this at Comic-Con, but you can actually have your head scanned and put on an action figure now. And I think you can do it for different brands. Like if you want a G.I. Joe figure with your head, you can have a G.I. Joe figure with your head. I don't know about Star Wars. You would think, sorry for the noise. Free. You would think I would. I should have looked into that, but I just saw the headline before it came on. All right. Now, first glances, I do have to say that is a pretty good likeness to Samuel L. Jackson. The seam is not terrible. A lot of times on these figures, if they're bald or they don't have hair of any kind on top, the seam is the worst part, but this doesn't look too bad. It's not rough or anything, which is cool. Yeah, this one's a much better figure than the Grievous one. Now let's take a look at the arms. This is what I was talking about earlier. So his robe cape thing does this swoop back here, and it gathers up around his forearms. And if you look, what they've done is they've sculpted a new forearm that includes this bit of cloth right here. Obviously, it includes these arm bracers here, but they've taken this bit of the robe and they've actually tucked it into the arm joint, so you can't get this down any further than it is. Which is cool. It's a look. It's fashion, right? It's how it looked in the show, but they had to do a whole new forearm sculpt for this. Now, I think the rest of this is pretty much the original Mace Windu figure. Although this paint right here, y'all, why didn't they do this in dark brown like it is on the show? Why is it this, like, what is that, baby food green? It's like pea green. Like old pea green. Anyways, overall though, it's pretty nice. The robe feels better. There's actually some stitching in it, which is nice to see. These, ooh, nice. They're just little flappy flaps. So that is not going to impede arm motion. The robe might. Oh, that's not too bad. We've got some hip flex. We got neck and head joint. Cool, cool, cool. How about these legs? So the bottom part of the robe is rubbery vinyl, whatever this material is. Really nice, really soft, easy to move out of the way. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, if you've seen this version of the Clone Wars, you know this version of Mace Windu is a badass. He's doing all kinds of crazy runs and kicks and flips and stuff, and I can't get his knee to move. It's a double jointed knee. I can't get this top part to bend, and I'm afraid of breaking it. Same thing on this guy, but it is double jointed, so you can probably have some better luck there than I am. We've got a swivel and a back and forth on the foot. Nice. Can you stand? Ooh, yeah. Yes, he can. Nice. See a look at his lightsaber. Now that's a much better looking lightsaber. We've got some nice gold detailing. Some nice black detailing. It looks like Mace Windu's lightsaber. Oh, we can pull the blade out. Very cool. Nice. Yeah, we got 2 winners out of this, I say. We've got a really good ARC Trooper. Let me get him. And a really good Mace Windu. These 2 get seal of approval and recommendation. Grievous is garbage. Don't get Grievous. I don't recommend that at all. Yeah. I don't know why Grievous figures are so hard to do. I've got a sideshow figure of Grievous. I'll be unboxing it soon and putting it up on the main channel on YouTube. By the way, if you haven't joined me on YouTube, check out my channel, youtube.com/Bossk Unboxes. I put up new videos every week. They're short. I'm trying to make them short. There's no need to go hours into figures, but yeah, check it out. I'd love to get some more subscribers. We're just crossed the 200 mark, and I just want to get more videos out there for y'all. So anyways, you know what? Let's do one more figure. Let's do one more. I only plan for 3, but I happen to have an Ahsoka Tano standing by. I've been wanting to unbox this one for a little bit. She's been sitting on my desk. Just waiting for the reason. I got it because, again, this part right here got a little damaged. So I got it at a discount. So one of the nice things, if you do unbox your toys like I do, you know, you can get a discount for going damaged, especially on store sites like Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth. So anyways, let's open her. This is from the Vintage Collection. Of course, you see here it is the Clone Wars version of Ahsoka. Nice image of her on the front, by the way. I like these when they do the darker backgrounds and the lightsabers. They look really, really good. All right, let's pull out Ahsoka. Again, sorry about the noise. Oh, come on. There we go. All right. Let's go look at the lightsabers first. Here's the longer of the 2. There's actually, it might be hard to pick up in the light, but there is actually some black detail that's been embellished on the lightsaber hilt itself. They cannot be removed like the larger ones. Here's the smaller lightsaber. Again, getting details on something this tiny, man. That's why I have nothing but respect for folks that do like the Warhammer figures. I just don't have the steady hands to do all that tiny detail work. And I know most of this is machines now, but still incredible. Here's Ahsoka. The detail on this figure is fairly nice. There are some paint mishaps here and there. I'm seeing it right here on the elbow joint, but it's not that big of a deal. Some right there as well. Fair amount of flexibility in the outfit here. It's definitely like that rubber vinyl again. We've got a joint in the middle. Feels like we've got a joint at the hip. We've definitely got a couple of joints in the leg. Looks like that's as far out as it'll go. That's still pretty good. We can 360 that leg. Like she broke it or something, jumping off of a high height, chasing after Thrawn. Man, that's some good movement in the foot for a figure this small. Again, we've got forward, back, side to side. That's crazy in a vintage figure. All right, let's look at the head. Really good movement in the head. Looks like we've got a double joint, one under the chin and one down into the costume. But again, fair amount of movement there, even though she has her headdress. Yeah, this is a good one. Now, the only problem I might have with this figure, it's so small, so dainty, so tiny, so many joints, is getting it to stand on its own. These are normally the figures I have to break out my figure stands for. Can you hold your lightsaber? Yes, you can. Let's get into this hand. Oh, there we go. Nice. Get a look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, that's a good one right there. Definitely recommend Ahsoka Tano Clone Wars Vintage Collection. That's a nice one. I'll show you some of... These are from the Celebrate the Saga collection. I unboxed these recently. They are not as nice as the Ahsoka Tano figure is, but when you put them together, look at that. Anakin, Master Obi-Wan, Master Yoda, Master Mace Windu, and Ahsoka's droid, who I have forgotten the name of. It's not R4, R7? Someone correct me in the chat. That's a cool picture right there. Getting these folks together, even though they're not from the same line, like that right there is just cool. That's going to be awesome to do some posts.